Hi, Editor Asatir here. I just wanted to let you know that I have made a bit of a mistake in this video. In the video, I'm holding a mic and talking through it, but I actually forgot to turn it on while recording this entire bit. So if the audio sounds terrible, I am very sorry. These mistakes do happen, and I will be better about them in the future. There always seems to be an obstacle whenever I record any of these videos, isn't there? In the beginning of the month, I had a pretty nasty nose infection, and for whatever reason, it knocked me out completely. My nose was swollen, I felt like absolute death, and I couldn't function for a few days because of it. That particular week was a blur to me. I'm not sure if I was just completely out of it or if I was actually awake. I do remember being actually awake, but I also do remember doing things. Maybe not work on the project, but I remember being awake during that time, but I remember nothing. But that's really not important. I am better now. My nose still has like a dark mark somewhere here, if you look at it in a very specific light, but yeah, my nose is fine now. Despite the fact I was working on only one 3D model and I'm still not done with it yet. It is the last 3D model of the scene, which is the weapon rack. I may have taken a really long time with it, but I feel like I have finally got the hang of Blender. Blender being the 3D software that I'm using in order to model these 3D objects. It's open source, it's free, and it's pretty robust. It's only taking this long because it is a very complex object compared to all the other ones. I'm expecting that in June I'll be done with this model by the first week, if not the second, because there's really not much left in this model. Currently I'm working on the details of the texture. I have finished the general shape, which required me to redo the texture a few times just to get the layout properly. The detailed texture I'm not really worried about. It's the shadows that I feel like are going to cause me the most problems. And once I'm done with this object, I will be going back to drawing sprites and portraits. And from there, I'll start working on the combat system. I know that this update is a little short, but I only focused on one object this month. And despite everything that happened in the month, I have been pretty busy and overworked, to the point where I'm recording this on the last weekend of this entire month. I'm recording this on the 30th, and I still have one more video to record. Roses Will Rise is a free game, but the only ways to support it is to either name your price on itch.io or support me monthly on Patreon. The paid version of the game is pretty much the free version. All you get is bonus material, stuff like wallpapers and other things that will come in the future. But supporting me on Patreon adds your name to the credits once the game is done. Even when you're done supporting me on Patreon, I will be including you to the credits list, just as long as you have an active Patreon account that I can contact you from. And that is all. Peace.